Oh boy, everyone. Oh my goodness. What a game. What a game. What a dominating performance from your fighting Phillies at home. First playoff game in who knows how long. Well, we all know how long, over 10 years at this point, since 2011. And that's the performance you put on for us? Nola dominates. The offense explodes in the 6th inning. Rhys Hoskins with an absolute nuke. A nuke. The bat flip. The bat flip. The bat flip. That was the greatest bat flip I've probably ever seen in my entire life. That bat flip was greater than Jose Bautista's. That bat flip was epic from Rhys Hoskins. The celebration from the crowd. Him going off. The dugout going off. Ooh. Honestly, it's not even a bat flip. He freaking slammed the bat. Slammed it. Ooh. Ooh. And then Bryce Harper puts an icing on the cake as well. Takes the bullpen first pitch deep in the right field. Bryce Harper was amazing. The whole lineup was amazing. There were some mistakes defensively along the way, especially early in the game, which I definitely do not like. But we'll talk about that. We'll definitely talk about that. This is going to be more of a quick hitter, folks. I'm maybe going, out, maybe I'll try to stretch it to 25 minutes, just depending on how it goes, because I do have to go out somewhere in a little bit. But let's talk here and enjoy this nice game by the Phillies. Nola's first playoff home game, basically everyone here's first playoff home game in so long. He was fantastic, absolutely dominant. He got into some jams. Defense definitely didn't help him out, but he worked. He worked so good in this game. So good, he was dominant. And that's what you want to see from Nola. That's what you want to see. He's been absolutely spectacular ever since that wild card clincher game. Absolutely spectacular. And that's amazing to see. Nola, 6 innings, 5 hits, 1 run allowed. Wasn't earned because of, Rhys Hoskins. And 2 walks and 6 strikeouts on 90 pitches. Absolutely fantastic. Bullpen does a fantastic job. The offense puts, the insurance runs on the board to basically put this game completely out of reach so you don't have to use more of your top guys from the bullpen, meaning Sir Anthony, Zack and all of that. Use Jose Alvarado in that 7th inning to get out of that situation after the leadoff hit by Nola, which he then left the game to a standing ovation, rightfully deserved because he was just that spectacular. And the bullpen did their job. Alvarado 2 strikeouts, getting Contreras and Ronald Acuna on a 3-2 count. Brad Hand does his job, and then Connor Brogdon surprisingly did his job a 1-2-3 inning. I definitely wasn't expecting that from Connor Brogdon, but especially with an 8-run lead, you should be getting the job done. And he did. He definitely did there. Lineup 1 through 5, absolutely amazing. Schwarber, a little batting-wise, Schwarber actually got a hit. He got on base a couple of times. Rhys with a huge home run in that 3rd inning. Bryce Harper, amazing. JT had a hit or 2. Nick Castellanos, 2 hits and a couple of RBIs. Really, the only guys that were, quiet were the bottom of the lineup, besides Stott. Stott had that rally going in that 3rd inning. Bohm was quiet. Marsh was quiet. Segura was quiet. Overall, great. Just a great, fantastic performance from your top guys. And the Braves really thought they can throw Spencer Strider out there without him pitching in so many weeks. And he was definitely nasty in the first 2 innings. He definitely got us there in the first half, no doubt. No doubt. But when you get into that 3rd inning, you can see him losing all that velocity. All of that velocity. He was throwing 100, 99, 97, 98, 99 in those first 2 innings. Then when you get to the 3rd inning, leadoff walk to Brandon Marsh, throwing 93, 95, 94, 96. You could tell the velocity was down. That was their time to, go. That was their time to rock. And that's exactly what they did. Exactly what they did. Exactly. They got the Strider. Although, like I said, he has, the plan for him was most likely to be 4 innings, and they got him out in the 3rd inning because, the velocity dipped. The velocity dipped big time. And that's nice to see. That was nice to see the Phillies taking advantage of that situation. So let's go. Over this game. First inning, Nola gets into a jam. Acuna leads off with a single. Then he gets 1 out. walks Olsen, so you got run on first and second. Riley grounds to Alec Bohm. Was a force out. And Rhys Hoskins, just Rhys Hoskins making some bad plays there overall. Just overall. Like, the throw by Bohm was bad, but Rhys has to scoop that. Like, are you kidding me, Rhys? Like, he had 2 bad plays in this game. Completely 2. But Nola gets out of it. Darnell grounds out. Phillies go down 1-2-3 in the first. Strider looking nasty. Nola strikes out the side in the second. Looks nasty there. Phillies go down 1-2-3 in the second. Strider still looking nasty at this point. Top 3. Another error by Alec Bohm. This time, Rhys couldn't scoop it. Still gets out of it, though. Bottom of the 3rd inning. And this is where you're seeing Strider lose his velocity. Because if we look at this Brandon Marsh at bat, like I said, he was gunning 97 to 100 in the first 2. Fastball dipped to 95 in the Brandon Marsh at bat. 4-pitch walk. Segura strikes out. Even though it was a good at bat by Segura, he still struck out. During the at bat, though, Strider tries to pick off Marsh. Completely misses Olsen. Marsh goes over to third base. So you get a runner in scoring position there. Bryce and Stott battled. Absolutely battled. 9-pitch at bat. 9-pitch at bat, 2-2 count. He gets a slider. Basically, the entire at bat was all fastballs. But the one slider that Strider throws was the mistake. Down and in. Stott golfs it. Down the right field line. Scores the first run. 1-0 Phillies lead right there. Schwarber then gets intentionally walked. Okay, so you get first and second for Rhys Hoskins. What does Rhys do on the first pitch? Fastball. 93 miles an hour. Right down the heart of the plate. And Rhys absolutely murders it. The reaction from the crowd and the reaction from the dugout and Rhys Hoskins specifically. Goosebumps. Like, I'm looking at it right now again on Postgame Live. They're replaying it. The reaction everywhere. That's probably the fastest Rhys has ever run around the bases. Like, seriously. That was that epic. That was so epic there. And JT gets a single the next pitch. And then the Braves take out Spencer Strider. They go to the bullpen. They bring Lee out. What does Bryce Harper do? First pitch fastball right down the heart of the plate, and Bryce murders it. He murders it. Ballpark goes into a frenzy. Ballpark goes nuts. After, you heard people were running into the ballpark after the gates opened. This is what they're treated to. An explosion in the 6th inning. My goodness. It was absolutely fantastic. Just look at this sequence right here. Like starting with the Hoskins at bat. Hoskins, first pitch home run. JT, first pitch single. Harper, first pitch home run. Nick Castellanos, first pitch single. 4 straight pitches, 4 hits. Amazing. It's just simply fantastic overall. Simply fantastic. What a way. What a way. What a way to win, man. What a way to win. Top 4. After a Darno double, Nola gets out of that situation. Phillies don't do anything in their bottom part of the 4th inning. Segura did lead off with a walk, and Schwarber got the first base. Hoskins had some pitches to hit. They brought in Odorizzi to, eat some innings for them. Hoskins had a long at bat, had a couple of pitches to nuke there. He was definitely trying to do it again. He strikes out, and JT flies out right to the warning track. 1-2-3 in the 5th for Nola. 1-2-3 in the 5th for the Phillies. And then we go to the top of the 6th inning. Swanson leads off with a double. Then Olsen walks. You can kind of tell that Nola's losing a little bit of his command. Riley strikes out. And then you get Darno grounding into a double. What should be an inning and a double play. What should have been an inning and a double play. Rhys Hoskins, ball goes off his palm and drops the relay from Segura. Should have been out of the inning. Game still should have been 6-0. But what happens there? Rhys Hoskins, or Michael Harris, singles to right field, scores a run. But thankfully, Aaron Nola got Ozuna to ground out to end that situation with basically minor damage. So that's something right there overall. So Nola gets out of that situation, basically saves Rhys Hoskins' ass from a gigantic inning from the Atlanta Braves. Then we go to the bottom of the 6th. Phillies go down 1-2-3 basically after a double play. Top of the 7th inning. Nola comes in. I was expecting them to bring him in again just because, tomorrow we have no idea who's going to be on the mound. So most likely tomorrow's going to be very bullpen heavy. They try to stretch Nola into the 7th. He allows a leadoff single. In comes Alvarado. Nola leaves to the standing ovation. Well-deserved. Alvarado gets the next 3 outs very easily. Go bottom of the 7th inning. Phillies tack on a lot more runs. Kyle Schwarber gets his first hit of the postseason, leads off the inning there. Rhys Hoskins then walks. JT grabs it to a fielder's choice. No double play there, so first and second for Bryce Harper. I have no idea how this ball stayed in the yard. Bryce Harper absolutely crushed this, but thankfully Michael Harris missed it out there in left center field, scores a run, makes it a second and third situation for Nick Castellanos. And what does he do? First pitch singles right up the right side and scores 2 more runs, makes it a 9-3 ball game. Well, 9-1 ball game, actually. Go top 8th, Brad Hand on the mound after a 2-out double by Darno. He gets out of that situation. Phillies go down 1-2-3 in the 8th, and the Braves, Connor Brogdon comes in for the 9th, sets them down 1-2-3. 2 strikeouts in that inning. Last strikeout was definitely a little bit, Ump was probably trying, okay, let's just get out of this ballgame because that was not a strike. The Ump was definitely not that good. Definitely not that good. So hopefully Brogdon can build some confidence off of this because he desperately needs it. I still don't trust him, especially on a close game. Even at the 5-run game, I don't trust him at this point. But hopefully he builds confidence like Sir Anthony did. Hopefully. Looking at the lineup today, absolutely fantastic. Kyle Schwarber 1 for 2 with a walk and also a hit by pitch. Rhys Hoskins 1 for 3 with a 3-run shot in that 3rd inning. JT Realmuto 1 for 2 with 2 runs scored. Bryce Harper 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs with the 2-run shot, 2 runs scored as well. Nick Castellanos 2 for 4, 2 RBIs. Like I said, Alec Boehm, Brandon Marsh, Gene Segura, they both go 0-4, but also Segura worked 2 walks, Brandon Marsh worked the walk, and then Bryson Stott with that huge 2-out, with that huge double to start that rally in that 3rd inning. Phillies were 4 for 7 with runners in scoring position. Think of the Braves. They were 1 for 9. 1 for 9, even with the Phillies' mistakes. Aaron Nola, simply fantastic. Simply fantastic. He's proven a lot of people wrong. And I love it, what he has done over his last 3 starts. Should be, over his last 3 starts, he's only given up out against the Astros. He shut out the Cardinals. And also, did really good today in his first home playoff game. That place was jumping, man. That place was absolutely rocking. It was a great atmosphere. It was nice to see the ballpark packed again. Insanely nice. It was absolutely fantastic, actually, to see the ballpark rocking. It was just a great atmosphere. Overall, great atmosphere. Just everything that happened today. What a game. Just overall, what a game. But now you got to figure out what's happening tomorrow. I'm not sure who's starting. The Phillies still have not decided yet. But Charlie Morton is going to be the pitcher on the mound for the Braves. We have hidden Charlie Morton around a bunch this year, so I need the offense to keep doing what it's doing tomorrow. We just got to see. Tomorrow, 2:07. I'm not sure if it's going to be Bailey Falter or if it's going to be Noah Syndergaard. I know the bullpen's going to be very heavy use. Is it going to be a Falter piggybacked by Syndergaard? Is it going to be Syndergaard piggybacked by Falter? To use a lot more guys in the bullpen, to use Eflin for a couple of innings. So there's a lot of things that you got to discuss here. Definitely a lot of things that you got to think about. Because I would like to close it out tomorrow and not have to go back to Atlanta for a Game 5 on Sunday. I would definitely not want to see that overall. I'm sure the Phillies fans would like to see a series clinching going to the NLCS in their home stadium. That would be very nice to see. That would be amazing to see. But still, I'm not really seeing anything overall on what's going to happen tomorrow. But still, what a win. Just what a game. What a game overall. Defense still needs to be cleaned up a lot. Boehm had a couple of bad throws, Rhys in these past 2 games, but the errors, just not good. I know we had the huge home run today, and that was electric. That was one of the best celebrations I've ever seen, the spike that he did. But the errors got to clean it up. I'm not sure if it's nerves or anything like that, especially being home. It's got to be cleaned up, especially if we want to close this series out tomorrow, especially because you're going to be throwing your bullpen out there most likely. Falter and Syndergaard, either of those guys go, the leash is probably going to be very short. So you got to, see what happens. Definitely see what happens. Definitely we have to see what happens in that situation. Gotta see. We do have a voicemail here on the Anytime Hotline. Definitely you can leave one there, 215-839-9885 to leave your thoughts and opinions here. We do have one from Sean, so we're going to play that for you guys. And, let's see what he has to say on this game.
Yes, sir. One more to go, but we're almost there. Got to start it off with Nola. Again, masterful performance. Should have walked away with a shutout, but that's another story for another time. Good to see Rhys get off the schneid offensively, and don't fall asleep on that hit by Kyle Schwarber. Maybe that gets him going offensively also. That being said, I hate to be negative here, but I'm a little bit apprehensive about tomorrow. No matter who the Phillies put on the mound, whether it's Syndergaard, Falter, or Gibson against Charlie Morton, the Braves got to feel like they have a legitimate shot here. Phillies have to wrap this up tomorrow, because if it goes back to Atlanta, whether it's Wheeler, Suarez, whoever, I would think the Braves, with their experience, get it done. Phillies got to find a way tomorrow. I'm assuming Syndergaard starts. He's going to have to at least keep him in it.
Yeah, you definitely hit on the right points there, Sean. Yeah, I would assume with the Braves going into tomorrow, they definitely think they have a good shot. That's why your offense really needs to hit Charlie Morton. And yeah, it's really important to get the job done tomorrow. Your bullpen's going to have to really step up. And also, I do like the fact that you brought up with Kyle Schwarber getting that hit out of the way. He had a couple of great at-bats in this ballgame, a couple of walks and a hit by pitch. So maybe that single unloads something for Schwarber. He was looking for pitches down the middle of the plate, almost had one against Odorizzi before the hit by pitch, I believe, and it just went foul. So maybe that's something that wakes up, Schwarber. Maybe this wakes up Rhys a little bit, to go on a little bit of a tear tomorrow. Definitely, I would assume the jolt of energy went through a lot of this team with the way they played today, from the crowd, from everything like that. I know that also, a couple of sad things with the organization that happened, because one of their prospects did pass away from cancer. So I'm assuming they played for him today as well, and they're going to be playing the rest of the postseason for him too. So that's something that, gave them a little bit of an extra jolt there, playing for one of their lost teammates. So they played a fantastic game today. Well, errors aside, we can talk about that another day. But overall, it was just still, what a way, to start to get the first home game back in Philadelphia. I'm going to watch that Rhys home run on repeat, all night, basically. Even when I go to the movies later on, I'm probably going to watch it on repeat on Twitter somehow. People are going to be shushing me, shut up, I'm watching Rhys Hoskins home run. That's basically how it is at this point. Yeah. It was a fantastic win. Fantastic win. But you got to get the job done tomorrow. I definitely do not want to go back to Atlanta. I do not want to go back to Atlanta tied 2-2 for Game 5. I definitely don't want to see that. So we got to see what happens tomorrow. I don't think they're going to announce who's starting before. I would assume they're going to announce the starter tomorrow. That's just what I'm expecting at this point, unless, Rob Thompson says something on the... Oh, here we go. It's official. Noah Syndergaard is going to start Game 4. Noah Syndergaard. So, Syndergaard is tomorrow's starter. I would assume his leash is going to be short, but he does technically have postseason experience with the Mets, so maybe something else happens. So, we got to see what happens. Do I have the highest faith in Syndergaard? No. The offense needs to, hit more in tomorrow. They definitely do. Definitely got to hit more in tomorrow. Gotta wait and see what happens. So before we end off this stream, let's see what the live feed has to say on this game. Channel name, let's effing go. I love that. I love the energy in the chat right here. Mr. W, what a night, man. There's no place like Philly. Exactly. Intentionally walking Schwarber was really dumb decision. Oh, yeah, Rhys made them pay. Rhys didn't bat flip. He bat slammed. Hoskins' spike is greater than Batista's toss. Oh, yeah, that is way better. Scott says Yahoo. Hoskins is the most love-hate guy. Oh, yes. This was like the pure Rhys Hoskins game. Does it with the bat, doesn't do it with the glove. He taketh and he giveth away. Can you tell the fans have 11 years of frustration? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Ken says, what? Oh, my, ring that friggin' bell. That was a bat spike. I told my son Harper is going yard. Oh, man. I just had that feeling Harper was going to do something today for the crowd. Thankfully, he did. Any given game, any given guy can go off. We are a dangerous team. Ken says he's running up and down the street here. Can't contain myself. Strider got stroked. The meat of the order finally came through. Really big. About time. Oh yeah, definitely about time. Your last stream, you dragged Brogdon, rightfully so. Good thing we could put this situation where the damage he can cause. Yeah, good. Yeah, hopefully he builds that confidence. Julian, how you doing, my guy? Need to close it out tomorrow. Yeah, exactly. If the offense stays the way they will, you'll be at game 1 and 2 in California. hopefully it happens. Hoskins is also a DH. My God. Yeah, it was not pretty. It was not pretty in the field. Phillies just can't go back to Atlanta. Finish it off tomorrow. Yep, exactly. What a game for the boys. One more to go. Yep. What a weekend of Philly sports. Damn, even the Flyers played well last night. Yeah, where were you last night for my Flyers stream, Sean? Where were you last night? MP, I'll give Hoskins some love, but he shouldn't be batting second, and his defense looks atrocious, but obviously Thompson is going to stick with him. Yeah, he's going to stick with the lineup. Sean, isn't it funny that the Phillies make defensive switches late and the biggest iron glove Hoskins stays in? I guess they could have moved Bohm over the first base, but who knows? Just Ian says, great win for a birthday for him, so happy birthday, my guy. Got to be Syndergaard and Falter game tomorrow. Yeah, that Syndergaard is starting tomorrow, so we got to wait and see what happens. Glad to see Brogdon bounce back. He reminds me of Ryan Manson with that changeup. Hopefully he can be like a Ryan Manson. Not the Ryan Manson later in his career who always gave up big home runs, but hopefully. Bryce and Nick Castellanos being hot is taking a lot of pressure off the lineup. Exactly. As much as it's a must win for Atlanta tomorrow, I think it is a must win for the Phillies. Wrap it up. Yeah. You do not want to go back to Atlanta. Do not want to go back to Atlanta. No more lively crowd for playoff baseball than the ones in Philly. Yep, that crowd was electric. Does Thompson entertain the thought of Kyle Gibson? No way in hell Kyle Gibson should touch the mound in postseason baseball. No way in hell he should be able to touch the mound. The only time he touches the mound if you're getting blown out. That's basically it. The only way Gibson sees the mound is... Yeah, exactly what MP just said. Rhys's home run reminds me of Harper's grand slam against the Cubs. Pure... Oh, yeah. That was electric. Kyle finally got a hit today. Oh, yeah. Hopefully that's something that wakes him up. Anyone but Gibson is good for me. Syndergaard can't give up 5 runs on the top of the first. Set them down in order. Yep. Got to make a statement tomorrow. Definitely got to make a statement tomorrow with everything there. So who knows? Who the hell knows? But like I said, this was going to be more of a quick hitter, everyone. I'm going to call it here. I'm going to be going out very soon. I'm going to be seeing the Halloween Ends movie because why not? So... thank you, everyone, for joining tonight's stream. It was an electric game to watch, so definitely stay tuned for everything like that tomorrow. Do not forget to leave a comment in the comment section down below. Like to see this as always. Do not forget to drop a like on the video. Do not forget to check out everything in the description down below. Painted lines, BrodesMedia, everything like that. Definitely check that out. Also, hit the subscribe button. It will go a very long way for me. Definitely join the TTP Sports family. Also, use the code TTPSPORTS, $20 off your first SeatGeek purchase. Use it for anything you could think of it as a great deal. Do not pass that up. Once again, everyone, thank you for joining tonight, and I'll see you tomorrow.